Hello everybody. While this is the most tedious work I have ever done in freaking iMovie, I'm going to be making a proper video about schizophrenia for you all and my experiences with it. That being said, here's a content warning for toxic mentality, self-harm, and so on and so forth. Also, I'd like to apologize for just the terrible video skills, the editing skills, because I've never done this in my life, and iMovie is hell to work with, so bear with me on this. To give a bit of insight of what schizophrenia is, or the Google definition of it is, it basically says a disorder that affects a person's ability to think, feel, and behave clearly. Assuming that you have come to this video with at least a little bit of previous knowledge of schizophrenia, then you will also know that there are positive and negative symptoms of the illness. Also, I am not a medical professional. I have just been diagnosed for over a year now, and I am sharing my experiences and my symptoms with it. So don't take any of my words as you would a therapist or a psychiatrist. Going off of what I last said, let's talk about how I got diagnosed. This piece of paper with all my diagnoses on it took more than a year of therapy and also hours of testing and days of waiting. I even took a video memo of it. I don't remember much of the testing itself. I just know that there were a lot of verbal questions, and then also the computer testing, which was just a series of, I think, yes or no questions. The only thing I didn't like about the testing was that we sat down for hours, and we talked, and we talked, and we talked, and then we did the computer testing, and that took another hour. It was crazy boring, but I'm really glad I actually did it. Getting professionally diagnosed with something as scary as schizophrenia is, again, scary, but after you get diagnosed, it is so much easier. One of the reasons it's good is because you finally know what's up in your head, and another reason is so you can actually get help with the illness. That, and you can also start taking medications that might help you. For me, personally, I don't like taking my meds, so I'm trying to get into smoking medical marijuana instead. Legal medical marijuana. I live in Colorado, man. It's easy to get it here. I am without a script at the moment, but I'm just going off the top of my head, so if this video is all over the place, I apologize. Now I'm going to talk about my symptoms and what I deal with every day because I have schizophrenia. I do have more visual hallucinations than I do audible. The audible ones usually only come when I'm tired or I'm about to fall asleep. And from what I have heard with the audible hallucinations, I would take visual any day over audible. I say that because even though the visual hallucinations can be scary, the audible ones are usually commanding. Like one time I was about to go to bed, and while I was falling asleep, I heard somebody in my ear tell me to go to bed. One that was less friendlier than that one was when I was going to school in the morning and I was very, very tired. And I heard the car radio tell me to, they basically told me to slit my wrists. I will say that woke me up though, really, really quickly. While I don't have a lot of audible hallucinations, I would much rather take visual over audible any day, again. The visual ones can be really shitty sometimes though, because sometimes I will hallucinate friends that have passed away, or I will hallucinate monsters, which is pretty common. Now I'm going to go on to my experiences with having delusions because of my schizophrenia. One delusion that I experience a lot is what I call the Truman delusion, and it is basically where I believe that somebody's watching me. Another one is where I think that my dead friends and family are watching me as well. Another delusion I had that had a physical impact on me was when I believed that aliens had put a chip in my head, so I did the only rational thing I thought I could do, and I cut it out. Literally. So I reluctantly went to the hospital, and I stayed there for a little bit over a week, and now I'm here. I think out of all of the symptoms I experienced because of my schizophrenia, delusions are the scariest, because when you're delusional, you cannot tell what is real and what is not real. You are not able to differentiate between reality and fiction. You think that whatever your brain is telling you is true. Again, I am still without a script, so I think that I've covered everything that I want to cover in this video. I think I covered everything I need to, so thanks for watching. Have a nice night. Goodbye.